بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful. Other messengers had already been ridiculed before you, O Prophet, but those who mocked them were overtaken by what they used to ridicule. Ask them, O Prophet, who can defend you by day or by night against the most compassionate? Still, they turn away from the remembrance of their Lord. Or do they have gods other than us that can protect them? They cannot even protect themselves, nor will they be aided against us. In fact, we have allowed enjoyment for these Meccans and their forefathers for such a long time that they took it for granted. Do they not see that we gradually reduce their land from its borders? Is it they who will then prevail? Say, O Prophet, I warn you only by revelation, but the deaf cannot hear the call when they are warned. If they were touched by even a breath of your Lord's torment, they would certainly cry, Woe to us, we have really been wrongdoers. We will set up the scales of justice on the day of judgment, so no soul will be wronged in the least. And even if a deed is the weight of a mustard seed, we will bring it forth, and sufficient are we as a vigilant reckoner. Indeed, we granted Moses and Aaron the standard to distinguish between right and wrong, a light and a reminder for the righteous, who are in awe of their Lord without seeing Him, and are fearful of the hour. And this Qur'an is a blessed reminder which we have revealed. Will you pagans then deny it? And indeed, we had granted Abraham sound judgment earlier on, for we knew him well to be worthy of it. Remember, when he questioned his father and his people, What are these statues to which you are so devoted? They replied, We found our forefathers worshipping them. He responded, Indeed, you and your forefathers have been clearly astray. They asked, Have you come to us with the truth, or is this a joke? He replied, In fact, your Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth, who created them both, and to that I bear witness. Then he said to himself, By Allah, I will surely plot against your idols after you have turned your backs and gone away. So he smashed them into pieces, except the biggest of them, so they might turn to it for answers. They protested, Who dared do this to our gods? It must be an evildoer. Some said, We heard a young man called Abraham speaking ill of them. They demanded, Bring him before the eyes of the people, so that they may witness his trial. They asked, Was it you who did this to our gods, O Abraham? He replied sarcastically, No, this one, the biggest of them did it. So ask them if they can talk. So they came back to their senses, saying to one another, You yourselves are truly the wrongdoers. Then they quickly regressed to their original mindset, arguing, You already know that those idols cannot talk. He rebuked them, Do you then worship instead of Allah what can neither benefit nor harm you in any way? Shame on you and whatever you worship instead of Allah. Do you not have any sense? They concluded, Burn him up to avenge your gods if you must act. We ordered, O fire, be cool and safe for Abraham. They had sought to harm him, but we made them the worst losers. Then we delivered him, along with Lot, to the land we had showered with blessings for all people. And we blessed him with Isaac as a son, and Jacob as a grandson, as an additional favor, making all of them righteous. We also made them leaders guiding by our command, and inspired them to do good deeds, establish prayer, and pay alms tax, and they were devoted to our worship. And to Lot we gave wisdom and knowledge, and delivered him from the society engrossed in shameful practices. They were certainly an evil, rebellious people. And we admitted him into our mercy, for he was truly one of the righteous. And remember, when Noah had cried out to us earlier, so we responded to him and delivered him and his family from the great distress. And we made him prevail over those who had rejected our signs. They were truly an evil people, so we drowned them all. And remember when David and Solomon passed judgment regarding the crops, ruined at night by someone's sheep, and we were witness to their judgments. We guided young Solomon to a fairer settlement, and granted each of them wisdom and knowledge. We subjected the mountains, as well as the birds, to him our praises along with David. It is we who did it all. We taught him the art of making body armor to protect you in battle. Will you then be grateful? And to Solomon we subjected the raging winds, blowing by his command to the land. We had showered with blessings. It is we who know everything. And we subjected some jinn that died for him and performed other duties. It is we who kept them in check.